Hey, what's up, everybody? Well, first of all, I want to give a shout out to my boy Chris because, his testimony really inspired me to, get out here and do my part and just share with y'all a little bit about me, what I've been through, so y'all can really get an understanding of the type of person I am, the type of person I was, and, the path that God's put me in now to be the person that I want to be. Well, I guess a lot of people don't really know me like the real me. A lot of people know me as a funny guy, the guy that was really out there just trying to chill, hang out, everything. But in all reality, I could honestly say it was a mask, because growing up, I could say 21 years since I've honestly talked to my mom. I reached out to her before, and I was set up pretty much thinking she wanted to talk to me, and I just never heard from her. But all this comes from history since me growing up, not really having any relationship with her, having that bumpy relationship with my dad. He was more out there doing his thing, he was different. I had my grandparents, of course, trying to look out for me, but me being blinded, not wanting my parents there for me, I didn't want to see it. I didn't want to realize what my grandparents were out here doing for me. So, growing up, I decided I wanted to be the guy that goofed off, the guy that everybody wanted to be around because he was funny, because I wanted to fill that void. I was scared that I was going to be left alone over and over, because in all reality, since I was young, I said, God, why'd you do this to me? I see all these kids with their parents, and you set me up for this. Like, that was my thing. I was blaming God for what I was going through. And I guess I started young, that it made me a non-believer of God. It made me think, why would anybody believe in a God that doesn't, don't care about us? Pretty much throws us out here, makes us suffer, makes us sad. And I didn't see everything that he was giving me at the same time. All I was seeing was the bad. So I pretty much set myself up to, people talk about me, oh, well, he's going to be the kid that's not going to grow up to be any good because he ain't got his pants around. He's going to be the kid that, was raised by his grandparents, so he ain't going to be no good. And I let that get to me. I said, if that's what people want me to be, that's who I'm going to be. So growing up, I had that tough kid, attitude. I didn't really care too much. I was just, whatever. As far as my grandparents knew, they had the perfect child according to their eyes. And I always told them, I was like, don't go out there telling people about me, because you don't know who I really am or what I really do. And I guess it was easy for me to start hanging out with kids from the block, doing things like that, because we grew up together, so I saw them as my boys, And I said, man, this is my people right here. Like, they make me feel good. They want me around. It's like, it was a feeling that I kept out there searching for. And, I found it. That's where I found it. I thought it was cool being known by people. I thought it was cool being known because, the kid could fight. The kid, he's tough. Stuff like that. Like, to me, it was like, all right, man, like, maybe what my parents didn't see, maybe, what they weren't proud of, this might not be the perfect thing, but people out there, and they know who I am. I'm being recognized for something. And in all reality, I was feeling a void for being that kid growing up that, had to see all these kids go through Father's Day with their parents, through Mother's Day with their parents, but yet I was sitting there thinking, man, like, why am I set up like this? Why can't I have my parents here with me? And I guess it built an anger in me. It built a depression in me that made me feel that void even more. Made me feel alone, like, it didn't matter what I did to feel it. I was in school feeling one way. I was around my friends feeling another way. But at home, it was always the same feeling. It was that feeling of being alone, where nobody really understands you. And you got to put up a mask. You got to be in front of your parents. With my grandparents, in front of my uncles, my aunts, my cousins. I got to be acting like everything's good. But in the back of my mind, it's like, man, like, I don't get it. Why me? Like, why am I being set up like this? And to a lot of people, it's like, well, what are you worried about? You ain't got it that bad. There's people that got it worse. Might be, but us being, humans, we tend to be, just selfish pretty much. And just think about ourselves. We don't think anything else but, how I'm feeling. So I guess that just led to things, that people never figured, that I was doing. Because in my house, it was like, I was quiet, I come home, whatever, goof off a little bit, hey, I'll be back, I'm going to my friend's house, I'm going to go do this, I'm going to go do that. In reality, I was out there, smoking weed, chilling, thinking I was cool because I was repping my block, thinking I was cool because I was repping my hood. I was in school, the only reason my grandparents didn't hear nothing was because I never got caught up. They never caught me doing anything bad in school. So, it wasn't because I was good. It was just because I was good at being bad. There's a difference with that. And I guess it made me feel, big because it was like, man, this guy right here, like, he puts it down for where he's from. My friends gave me props. I got in fights and people gave me props. It was like I could hook people up with some good stuff, with some weed, bars, whatever, drugs, and just, and it was like, oh yeah, he's got the hookup. I didn't really care what I was being recognized for. I simply felt good that people were looking for me and people wanted me around. And in all reality, it was me the whole time just saying, man, like this is, why couldn't my parents be looking for me like this? Why couldn't I be set up like this with my parents? But I feel it, like a lot of people say, nah, it's not true, it's not true. Gangs make you feel that way. You start feeling that family stuff, that, man, they want you around. It's a brotherhood. You down for them, they're down for you. But it all changes eventually. When you decide that's not for you, it's like you're back at square one again. Nobody looks for you. Nobody's trying to chill with you. Simply because you ain't, you don't want to do those things no more. I try to step away from everything. I said, I'm tired of this. Like, I'm tired of being the person that people want me to be. Like, I simply want to be, I want to be me already. I want to better myself. Like, I'm tired of this already. And slowly and steady, but, I decided to start stepping away from everything. I said, I don't want to smoke no more. Don't want to chill like this. I'm tired of wearing these baggy clothes and all this stuff, trying to wear my colors so I could just represent where I come from. And I'm ready to, just really step up and be a different person. It wasn't easy. I'll tell you that right now, it wasn't easy. It's all a process. It's like, just because you did so bad, like you think, oh, from one day to another, I'm going to be good. It ain't that easy. But it's worth it. It might not be easy, but it's worth it, definitely. I kept being judged, of course. That wasn't going to change. I have the look, I guess, that everybody judges. I got the young Hispanic look, short hair, like to wear hats. I got tattoos. So it's like, why not? Why not judge them, And I guess that made me feel the same way still. It's like, man, like these people keep judging me, and like I'm not giving them a reason to. Yes, I got ink on my body. Yes, I like to have my hair short, but it shouldn't describe the person that I am, And I guess a lot of that stuff hurt me again, because it's like, even though I tried hard to step away from the life I was living and the life I didn't want, people are still judging me by that. And I just, I wasn't feeling it, and I guess it was just, I was in a stage of depression. I could honestly say it now that I was in a stage of depression because I was thinking, man, I'm not wanted anywhere. Like, you know, well, growing up, if you're not wanted by nobody, it's it's hard, especially when you start believing it in your heart that nobody wants you. When you start believing that, you know, if the one person that gave you birth couldn't love you, then who would? And you don't have that connection with God, so you figure nobody's there for you the whole time. But you gotta, you gotta keep pushing. You gotta keep pushing because it ain't gonna be easy. I did get to that point in life where I started realizing, like, where I started thinking, what am I doing? What's my purpose? Like what am I supposed to be doing here? Like, I honestly got to a point in my depression where I was thinking, there's no reason for me to be here. Like, if people aren't willing to take the chance to see the person that I am and want to be blinded by my tattoos and my looks, then why even be here? And that's when the devil starts attacking. It's at that point, it's what the devil really attacks. And depression is his biggest, I guess, gun, pretty much. That's his deadliest weapon is depression. He sets you up for the worst when he sets you up with depression. It's no good's gonna come from it. And things were alright. I was working, I was doing everything. And of course my grandpa got sick, and that's when I started struggling. Where I really started struggling because I was like, man, like, I can't lose this man. And sure enough, I mean, he got to a point where we pretty much knew, this is it. And one day it just happened. We're sitting here, and my grandpa just stopped breathing. I laid him on the ground, got on my knees, gave him CPR, but in my heart, I was asking God, help me. Like, I haven't looked for you for anything, but help me now. Like I can't lose him. And it didn't work out the way I wanted it to. Of course, my grandpa passed away. And I was angry. I was angry at God. Because I was like, you took everything from me. You didn't give me anything to begin with. And then you set me up with this, man. And now you've taken him from me when I wasn't even ready. And I was angry at him. I cursed him. I said, why would you do this to me? Have I not been through enough for you yet? Like why? And all my anger spilled out. My anger from my parents, from everything I've been through, spilled out in that one moment. And I didn't understand it. And I could remember easily, it was on Easter, about, I could say maybe 2 years ago. Well, yeah, pretty much 2 years ago, because it's about to be 2 years since my grandpa passed. I decided to go to church on my own, and it just the resurrection really got to me. I understood everything. I understood, I'm telling God, you gave me nothing. You did nothing for me. When in reality, He gave us His Son. He sacrificed His Son for us, for us. Jesus died because of our sins. And yet, I was out here so angry at God that I kept committing them same sins that put Jesus on the cross. And that's when my connection with God really began. That I said, man, like, lift this from me, God. Like, I don't want to carry this weight around with me no more. I don't want to feel this depression anymore. I want to follow in whatever you want me to do. Like, I'm ready for it. Just, I'm ready to take them steps that I have to. Since then, I could honestly say that I'm doing a lot better, I've slowly and steady, but I've started my path, following God, following Jesus. And it's been life changing. It's a whole different feeling. I realized that emptiness I felt, it was my own fault because I stepped away from God. And that was the emptiness that I felt. I stepped away from Him, so, I chose to feel that emptiness. And the only person that could feel it, was Jesus Christ and God Himself. And I wasn't having it. But when I decided to go back to church and really with all my heart and all my soul spill out to, and just cry my eyes out and tell God, help me. Like, I'm ready. Like, just tell me what you want me to do. I'm ready for this. And I guess this is what has led me to this video right here. I guess it's a roller coaster of emotions that you got to go through in life. I have my bad times, I have my really bad times, but I'm also having my good times now. Now that I've decided to go on this path, I guess things, there's bumps on the road that I hit, but I thank God for the stuff that He put me through, because these bumps don't seem so big anymore. When before they seemed like mountains that I had to climb. Now it's a little baby hill that I got to get over. And that's about, that's just how it is. And I guess, to me, when I reflect back on my own testimony, it makes me think like it wasn't easy for me. But, I'm definitely here for a reason. God's definitely placed me and put me through the situations I've been through in life for a reason. And it might not be easy for everybody to understand. To some people I might just be, oh, he's just another religious guy, or, he's just another guy that thinks because he goes to church now, everything's forgiven. It's fine. I don't judge people. I'm okay with being judged by people, because I finally realized that the only thing that really matters is, the connection that I have with God and Him understanding what I'm doing and for the reasons that I'm doing it. Not everybody might understand, but in my heart I feel that He does. And this video right here, it's out there for a reason. And I just want to share with everybody. If you ever have a problem, whether it be depression, whether it be, you're really not understanding things like, why am I going through this? I'm pretty sure I got a story, for pretty much everything. And you can feel free to message me, inbox me. It don't matter, you want my number, so you could text me, kind of, we could take this path together, you could join me. It's your choice, this video's out there to help you, to help you understand. If you're watching this and you stayed through the whole thing watching it, it was for a reason. It wasn't just to be nosy or, oh, what's this guy talking about? It was because from the beginning it touched you and you understood, this is what I'm going through, or this is what I've been through, or, this is whatever it might be, the reason that you decided to watch my video. I'm just another guy on here, who really believes God has a plan for him. And I guess I want to start, one person at a time, or however, maybe it might be more than one person. But I'm out here, and, inbox me, whatever you want to do. Share my video. If you think it might help somebody out, just simply sharing it, that's fine too. Just remember, the whole depression, it ain't an easy thing. So, if you got friends out there, whatever, dealing with it, help them out. However it might be, just talk to them. Of course, the church is always there. God's always ready to listen to you. You ain't got to go to church, just truly speak to God from your heart. Tell him to help you. He helped me. I'm still a work in progress, but right now I'm at the point where I could truly share my testimony and tell you that, I've been through it. I go through little things now that aren't really getting to me anymore. But, just keep your head up. And, I'm pretty much out with this now. God bless. Again, shout out to my boy Chris. Appreciate you putting your testimony out and, really inspiring this. Anybody else who, thinks, it's your time to really put your story out there, that you think your story, your testimony will really help somebody, man, just do it. It feels good, It feels good knowing that what you've been through wasn't just for no reason. It feels good knowing that this right here might help one person, and I'm happy with that. That's all I ask for, as long as it helps one person, I'm good. If it helps more, that's even better. But, I'm out. God bless.